Metro Last Light was almost cancelled by 4A Games. They had a really hard time pulling this one through, but in all honesty guys, I'm really happy that they managed to do so. Metro Last Light is a post-apocalyptic first-person shooter slash survival horror and the sequel to Metro 2033 developed by 4A Games and published by Deep Silver. With the player character Artyom, you will be journeying across linear sections of the metro and an irradiated surface of post-apocalyptic Moscow, hoping to save what's left of humanity long after World War III. In this inhospitable landscape, the player must guide Artyom into following friends, battling dangerous mutants, as well as engaging in either firefights with enemy factions or complex stealth missions in which remaining unseen is vital for survival. Last Light takes place after Metro 2033. The story will continue from the canonical ending of the previous game, in which Artyom destroyed the Dark Ones. In this setting, Artyom, Khan, and many other Rangers join forces once again to defend D6 from many foes including the Fourth Reich, Communists, and Bandits. Unlike 2033, Artyom is now a Ranger, and they have taken over D6 and turned it into their own underground citadel. But even after our main protagonist launched the missile strike against the Dark Ones, the danger towards mankind is far from gone. In Last Light, Artyom must try and put his past aside and focus on the events that endanger D6 and its people.
Mom? Mama? Mama?
Artyom, darling, you're so big now.
Mom, I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of now.
The way 2033 ended was not nearly enough to put mankind in a safe position. In fact, both the metro and the surface are filled with serious threats. The surface is still uninhabitable and filled with mutant creatures that want a piece of you. And the tunnels have different human factions, each fighting for their own reasons and beliefs. Metro Last Light is a first-person shooter survival horror at its core, but it's also about the choices we make and mankind's restless need for power and the things we are capable of to achieve that power. Throughout the campaign you will meet a lot of characters, and one of the many things this game does incredibly good is to bring life to both the characters and the environment. The metro stations are filled with life all around, and all the elements combined will give you a huge sense of immersion. You will find yourself listening to conversations between random characters, or even watching events as they naturally unfold right in front of you. The funny thing is that most of these conversations around you will actually give you vital information about the world of Metro and will ultimately contribute to the way you finish the game. On the other hand, outside the metro stations, when you are all alone in the tunnels, you will find life in other forms. Mutant beasts want to eat you alive, ghosts haunt you, and bandits try to kill you. But don't worry, the radiation levels in the surface are starting to fade away and you can actually see the sky. Right up until a huge flying mutant starts playing with you. Not all things are bad though. The snow is melting and you can actually see some swamps now. Just be careful, you don't want to be eaten by a huge mutant shrimp. So okay, the surface is definitely not a safe place to be, but luckily you have a huge arsenal at your disposal that will help you stay alive. Speaking of arsenal, there are plenty of new weapons to choose from. You can even customize your gear in order to be more effective in certain situations. Last Light feels like a huge upgrade from 2033. Stealth feels much more rewarded and definitely helps you stay alive when fighting human squads and armies. The weapon handling is skill based. Don't hope for spray and pray gameplay. Remember, this is also a survival horror. But not everything is about shooting stuff. Remember, the decisions you make will change the way you finish the game. So yes, there are multiple endings and your actions decide which one you get. Metro Last Light has got to be one of the best looking games I have ever played. The level design is so good that it gives you the feeling that the game developers were in an alternate reality where World War III actually existed and took detailed information about the way things look and then recreated everything in a video game. That's how good it is. The textures have really good detail and the effects add up for a really immersive environment. 4A Studios, know how to perfectly merge a first-person shooter with a survival horror. In some situations, all it takes is to have little to no visibility and just listen to the mutants on the other side of the wall or the whispers from unknown entities to make you feel afraid and get your heart pumping really loud. The weather effects are superb. The rain, the storms, the wind, the clouds, the sky, the fog, the wildlife, everything is so perfect that it makes me feel like I'm actually there. Last Light is filled with details, from a doll to a chair or a simple wall filled with cracks, or a bathtub with the remains of someone who shoot his own head off, that make everything you see seem real, with purpose and reason. Last Light is a work of art. I loved everything about this game. The plot, the story, the characters, the acting, the gameplay, the level design, the overall graphics quality and sound fidelity, and above all, the fact that it's a big step forward from its previous title. Definitely makes Metro Last Light one of the best games I played. I highly recommend this game, and if you don't play it, trust me, you are really missing out on something amazing. I hope you enjoyed this review and that you got pumped for this game, because it's totally worth it, and I hope you have fun and enjoy it at least as much as I did. Thanks for watching and take care. Cheers!